Hello, please enjoy the voiceover, Please enjoy my voiceover I do on this video.
Make money online for work during inflation. Inflation is a big problem, especially when consumer prices are soaring. The average family loses hundreds of dollars a month, making it necessary to find ways to save money. Nina Pinda from 7 on your side shares her top tips for fighting inflation. You can earn anywhere from $25 to $500 by sharing your opinions. One example, Andrea Warrock took part in an online 20 over 20 panel session and received a $150 gift card. The survey took about 15 minutes to complete. You can also earn money by participating in online focus groups, which usually pay between $100 and $300 per session. This type of work requires you to answer questions about products, services, or ideas for companies that are testing new concepts before launching them into the marketplace. Commodities. Inflation is a common problem for everyone, and while the words inflation can evoke thoughts of financial hardship, it can also be a time when you can take advantage of the situation. One business principle that can benefit you during inflation is buying low and selling high. When stocks rise, consumers have more money to spend on goods and vacations, which stimulates the economy. Demand increases and prices follow suit. When you're in the business of selling commodities, inflation can be a blessing because it means you can raise your prices without losing customers. If you sell gas, food, or clothing, this is especially important since these items tend to be commodities that are bought on price rather than quality or brand name recognition. However, you should be aware of the high risk associated with investing in stocks during periods of high inflation. Stocks, especially dividend stocks, often underperform during these periods of high inflation. However, companies that pass cost increases onto their customers, or those with their value tied to commodities, will fare better. Investments in tangible assets such as gold and commodities will usually make you money during inflation. Inflation is a good time to invest in real estate. During periods of high inflation, the value of assets that are denominated in dollars tend to decrease. However, assets such as real estate and commodities often don't follow this trend. In fact, these types of investments tend to increase in value during periods of high inflation because they are often viewed as safe havens from the effects. The higher prices of goods are often a sign of impending inflation. As such, investors should move their money to assets that will benefit from higher prices. The best way to do this is to buy commodities. These will rise in price along with finished products, so they can act as a hedge against inflation. But commodities are risky and their prices depend on supply and demand. Especially if you're investing using leverage, you can easily lose money if the prices don't rise. The best way to protect yourself against inflation is through diversification. You can do this by investing in a balanced portfolio of stocks and bonds. This will give you exposure to different sectors and industries, which helps reduce risk. It also allows you to take advantage of the benefits. The cost of living has risen by almost 8% a year, which means the average family is losing hundreds of dollars per month. While you may not be able to quit your job, you can try to cut costs by cutting out streaming subscriptions, reducing the shelf life of certain foods, and reducing other essentials. Inflation is a tough time to survive, so you may need to start a side business to supplement your income. There are many ways to make extra money, but one of the easiest is by selling items online. You can sell your old clothes, furniture, and other household items on sites like eBay or Craigslist. If you have an expensive hobby such as golfing or fishing that requires lots of equipment, consider selling some of your equipment when you're done with it. Long-term investments. Investing in long-term investments that will continue to provide you with a return is important for long-term financial goals. During inflation, investing in stocks may be the best option because stocks have historically provided higher returns than other asset classes, such as bonds, even though they come with greater risk of short-term fluctuations. Investing in stocks is a good option for those who have a longer time horizon, as the market tends to recover from losses over time. If you're retired and living off your investments, however, you may want to consider other options because they won't provide you with the income you need to live on each month. Investing during inflation can be challenging for investors since it decreases the value of investments. In order to avoid losing money, you must invest in investments that benefit from rising prices and avoid investments that are hard hit by inflation. While low inflation is beneficial for the economy, rising prices hurt retail consumers and retirees on fixed incomes. As a result, the Federal Reserve has taken action to counter the effects of inflation. Inflation is a major problem for investors because it erodes the value of investments. For example, if you invest $1,000 in an investment that pays 5% per year and inflation is 3%, then your purchasing power has only increased by $5 over the course of the year. This means that your investment has lost 2% of its value due to inflation. Real estate is another long-term investment option that is a solid choice during inflation. It can provide a hedge against inflation, and you can invest in individual properties with sites like Roofstock. You can also invest in the Equity Residential Trust, which owns more than 300 large apartment complexes, primarily in high-cost markets. In addition to real estate, you can invest in gold as a way of protecting your wealth from inflation. As the price of gold rises due to inflation, so does its value. If you invest in a mutual fund that invests in gold bullion or futures contracts, then this will also protect against inflation by providing an additional source of revenue and diversification outside of stocks and bonds. Investing in stocks is also a good way to protect your portfolio from inflation. The S&P 500 index, a popular benchmark for U.S. stocks, has a long-term average return of nearly 11%, which includes dividends reinvested. This is better than the 2.9% annual inflation rate. However, if you don't feel confident investing in stocks, you can always opt to invest in stock mutual funds, which can offer the same benefits of professional management while preserving the same long-term potential as individual stocks. The S&P 500 index, also known as the 500 or composite index, is a capitalization-weighted index that tracks the performance of 500 large-cap U.S. stocks. The index includes companies in various sectors such as technology, financials, and consumer discretionary. The S&P 500 is often used as a benchmark for other indexes because it has the highest liquidity of any equity market index in the world. If you don't feel confident about stock picking, passive index investing is a safe and easy way to enter the stock market. These indexes allow you to diversify your portfolio and avoid losing money in volatile markets. Growth stocks tend to outperform the market and are a great way to protect your assets from inflation. While growth stocks are the best hedge against inflation, you can also look for defensive sectors. These sectors produce essential products for everyday life. They tend to have lower returns than the market, but their consistency makes them a good investment for long-term retirement portfolios. If you're looking for a passive way to invest in the stock market, you can buy an index fund. These funds allow you to invest in large groups of stocks that fit a certain criteria such as growth or value investing. Passive income. The last few months have been tough for many of us. Inflation has led to a rise in prices and job losses. Long-term illness has also impacted the financial state of many people. However, passive income can provide a steady stream of income that can help us maintain our lifestyle and pursue our hobbies. Passive income is the money that you earn without having to work for it. This could be from interest on a savings account or dividends from stocks. Passive income can also come from renting out your home, using websites such as Airbnb and Flipkey to rent out your spare room, or launching an online course like Udemy. One way to earn passive income is to rent out a room or home on Airbnb. This online service allows you to rent out your extra space while you're on vacation. It also allows you to live out your dream of running your own bed and breakfast. With the rise of Airbnb, you can make it a reality. You can also invest your savings in a high-yield savings account. While this won't generate a lot of income, it will give you a nice boost to your savings. Similarly, if you don't have any money, you can purchase a theme that focuses on the job market. The hard part is creating awareness for your job board. If you can successfully build a job board with repeat customers, you can earn passive income from it. Another great way to earn passive income online is by renting out your car. There are a number of car rental services that connect people with people who need a car. Once you sign up with a site like this, you can post job listings online and in person. You can charge employers to post their jobs, or you can offer premium features for your users. Another way to generate passive income is through cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are both safe and easy to manage. If you're new to crypto, you may want to learn about the basics of cryptocurrency and then get started with a platform like Binance. You can even earn guaranteed interest by lending coins to others. You can withdraw your funds whenever you want.